Diesel, what up, bro? How you feeling, man? Can I turn the camera around? Yeah, I can. We filming up here today. You know what I'm saying? You can't really see the view up here like that. You know what I'm saying? Really, I like this. I like this abandoned, or I should say vacant. It's that vacant look. You know what I mean? I think is that Times Square over there? No, that's the M&M store. I don't think that's Times Square. I think it's leading to Times Square. You know what I'm saying? So we doing this look. I like this look, man. This shit is fire. This shit is super dope. What up, Lauren? Jordan, what up, yo? So the interview today starts at 1 p.m., which means we're not gonna end till like 2 something, which means I'm not gonna get home till like 4 something. So yeah, if y'all got questions, I'll do some AMA for a few minutes with y'all. But yeah, no Griff report today, man. Ryan Garcia, there's a couple of ways to look at the Ryan Garcia situation, man. Damn, I ain't eat today. I know. I hate missing the Griff report. You know, Ryan Garcia, in some ways, I'm like, all right, he got a fight coming up. So this is some promo for the fight, right? This is what I'm thinking. And but I'm like, is he for real? Is he for real? I don't know if it's real yet. Like he said he got proof. I saw this morning. The grift is bigger than the report. Nah, the grift report is always bigger, man. He said the grift is bigger than the report. All I'm saying is, Ryan, come on the grift report. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I mean, tell Ryan, come holla at Hotep Jesus. We get to the bottom of this shit together. You know what I mean? Wait, what? What happened? You stay ready. Ready for what? What y'all ready for? I just want Ryan Garcia to release the footage, man. That's all I want. I want Ryan Garcia to release the footage. Is this a better view for y'all? I think it's probably better. Release the footage, man. If you got footage of the Bohemian Grove or whatever the fuck it was that they had you at, then just release the footage, bro. Best books, people, teachers to tap in with for spiritual growth and knowledge. You should follow what does she go by now? Soleil? I think it's just Soleil. It's Danica Soleil. She's on Twitter. You should follow her. That's a really great start. She's very in tune. Danica Soleil. Danica Soleil. Sole. Meek said he trying to get into politics. Meek who? Meek Mill? Oh, Lauren ready for the grifties. Oh, lit. That's dope. That's dope. It's up. I'm ready. See, I went got my crispy line up. I'm ready for the grifties. Had to get my retwist on. I'm ready for the grifties, man. Only thing is, I'll be losing the glasses. I'm probably gonna throw my contact lenses in for the grifties. You know what I'm saying? Seat of the soul. What? Oh, Meek was talking about illegal immigration. Word. He getting his politics grift on. I know he got that album he was trying to promote. They saying the sales wasn't looking too good. Metastep, you got your twist too. That's what's up. Goldstein, Rookie of the Year in the building. Don DeMarco. Shout out to Goldstein. Grifties. Go vote for him. Grifties.com. Go vote for Hotep Goldstein. Rookie of the year. Next year is going to be crazy. I'm trying to figure out how to make next year crazier. So Justine's coming. Justine, when are you landing? Are you going to be there Friday? Fresh Mike said he got the white boy fade yesterday. Shout out to Fresh Mike for making all this possible. We got another announcement coming soon with Fresh Mike. I'm going to talk to him this weekend. We'll make that announcement. Big stuff coming through. Seed of the Soul by Gary Zukav. Okay, books. Yeah. Spiritual books. Spiritual books. There's this one by Eckhart Tolle. I remember was really good. Eckhart Tolle. What was the name of that book? Somebody help me remember the name of that book, man, by Eckhart Tolle. This was so long ago. This is over 10 years ago I read this book. The Power of Now. Thank you. Thank you. That one. That was really good. I like the old shit though. Like I like going back and figuring out like who started like all the original cults and shit like that. So you got DeLawrence, you got Harvey Spencer Lewis, who I introduced y'all to the other day. Yeah, I like going back into the old shit. The shit that was written in like the 1920s when people were like starting that whole occult thing here in America. A lot of that occult stuff started in coming in like the 1920s. The Stoics are good. Yeah. Is this interview going to be live? I don't think so. Yo, this interview's not live, right? Right. No, it's pre-recorded. Ye was holding plates for billionaires. What you mean? I've never read any Thomas Paine. People keep always talking about that. I never read any Thomas Paine. Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, I had a copy of that at one point. I read like 2 pages of it and kept it moving. I don't know. It just didn't. I don't know. I'm not saying it's a bad book. It just, at that moment, it just didn't resonate. I didn't. I didn't have any interest. A lot of this stuff is. I might have to write a spiritual book. I started writing one many years ago. I started writing one, and a bunch of people got a copy of that for free. It was like a lead magnet or whatever. Something about the subconscious mind. And then like a decade later, I went back and read it, and I was like, "This is such amateur work." I'm gonna have to write I'm gonna have to write y'all a spiritual book just to, you know, get y'all started on the path. You know, am I partially responsible for motivating you? I don't know, but if I am, then dope. That's what's up. Shout out to Haram Life. You know, I was gonna miss the Griff report today. What else was I have in the bag today? Oh, your boy Charlie Kirk. That was in the Griff bag for today. Your boy Charlie Kirk was out here once again. Joanne Reed said Republicans are voting on border and race this year. And Charlie Kirk said, and not economics. She said, not economics. And I said to myself when I saw the clip, because I saw Charlie Kirk complaining, but I always got to watch the clip, give everybody a fair chance. And I watched the clip. I said, is Joanne Reed watching the Griff Report? Because she sound like me. She sound just like me. It's exactly what we said on the Griff Report. That these motherfuckers is worried about race and the border. Not to say you shouldn't be concerned with the border, because you absolutely should. But nobody's talking about economics and money. And then Charlie Kirk made his little comment. You know, oh my God, she's wrong. No, she's not, Charlie. Just last month you was talking about you scared of black pilots, bro. So I don't want to hear Charlie Kirk shit. Strong Dad called him out. Sonny called him out. Just capping, just capping. You know what I'm saying? You know, ain't nobody talk about no economics. Nobody online gets into the details of economics. Nobody. You know, you be lucky if you catch wind of it from one of these libertarians, one of these Mises caucus cats. The Mises definitely talks about economics because you got to, because it's Mises, right? But outside of that, like the right ain't talking about economics. Where is this conversation happening? Show me where, because this is the conversation I love. Economics, money, finance, that's my groove. Where the Republicans talking about this? Can somebody show me where they are talking about economics? They talk about. I check this out. Do a search. Go on Charlie Kirk's account. Type in economics and see what he mentions. Oh, his last mention was in 2023, and he was complaining about a war or something like that. I can't recall, but I did a quick scroll through his timeline, and before that, it was like 2019, and most of it was just complaining about the left, right? So it's like, can you talk about economics without mentioning your enemy? Say it's the black people. Can you talk about your economics without mentioning white people? Can you do that? White people, can you talk about your economics without mentioning black people, without mentioning Democrats? Can you do that? So few people can do that. But if there are conversations happening on the right about economics, point me to those people so I can follow them, because that's my groove. That's my groove. And I'm not seeing those conversations. Now, are people voting this year because of the economy? Yes, I do believe so. But a lot of that has to do with, just inflation, you know. And I don't think a lot of people know how to reduce inflation. I don't think people talk about the cost. I was having this conversation with my homeboy last night. He was reading my book, The Patriot Report. I gave him a copy of The Patriot Report, and he started reading it, and he called me up, and he was talking about how, is there a difference between the king and the trader? And he was questioning how, in his mind, they're pretty much the same. And I entertained the thought. But we were talking about, inflation, right? Because you talk about money, you got to talk about inflation. And, I was basically telling them that the majority of people don't know where it comes from. It's a very daunting topic. It's esoteric in many ways. It's occult in many ways. A lot of the information is hidden and obfuscated, and you got to do a ton of research just to understand their jargon. You know what I mean? And most people aren't privy to it. Can you say it's their fault? Maybe. But again, it's a cult. It's hidden from them. It's hidden from people. So people aren't seeing that. They're not seeing. They don't even know. Like, where do you even point somebody to, right? To start to discuss this stuff. That's why I think I like sharing that stuff on my platform and teaching people, because without reading, who was it? Murphy. Murphy wrote Money Mechanics. Then you got Jekyll Island. I'm sorry, The Creature from Jekyll Island. uh, the fire over the Treasury building. That's more historical though. But you got to read Rothbard. It's like three main books you got to read. You got to read U.S. Monetary Policy by Rothbard. You got to read Creature from Jekyll Island. Creature from Jekyll Island. You got to read the first, I would say, 60%, at least the first half of the book. The first half of the book you got to read Creature from Jekyll Island. You don't have to read the whole thing, because the last third is like the conspiracy theories, and then Money Mechanics by Murphy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like online. I don't see people talking about these. People ain't talking about the CBDC. Charlie Kirk talking about economics is discussion. Who's talking about the CBDC? We're not seeing that. We're not seeing that. Confessions of Economic Hitman. So Confessions of Economic Hitman It's not really a money mechanics book. It's not going to tell you about inflation per se, but it'll tell you how they subvert economies, which is a very fascinating read. Very fascinating read. Yeah, we at the studio. We go live in about 10 minutes. I'll be up here. Tragedy and Hope, yeah. Tragedy and Hope, again, that's still like history, right? Enormous. What up? Put you on the life changing shit. That's what's up, you know? If something changes my life, then I got to share it with y'all. That's basically how it works for me. Got to feed the audience. Hold on, I'm looking back to the comments while I was ranting. Hey, Hotep, how do you feel about anime and manga being more successful than Western entertainment? Is it more successful? Really? I have a love hate relationship with anime, mostly because they be doing some weird shit in the anime sometimes, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was watching Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter has a pedophile in the show. Like Hisoka's a pedophile. But I remember, when my kids were real little, they were like 3 or 4 or 5. Man, I forget. They were watching cartoons, and I was like, I got to put y'all up on some better cartoons. You know what I mean? So I introduced them to Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Z is kind of slow, right? So I had to pick the right saga. I forget what saga it was. I think it was a Cell Saga or something like that. And I played it for them, but I made them watch at least 2 episodes, right? After the second episode, like the next day, they were like, they were like finished the next season and they were into it. Now they're watching like, One Piece. They're experts on One Piece and all this other shit. You know, do I get nervous before these interviews? Depends on the interview. The one today, no, no, I don't get nervous. I get more nervous for the Griff report than anything, to be honest with you. Like Griff report, I get jitters before the Griff report. Gutfeld, Gutfeld. The problem with Gutfeld is the studio's cold. Okay, so I'm shivering and shaking, and I'm like, I'm nervous because I'm like, is this nervous energy or am I cold? So that's the only problem with the Gutfeld situation. That the studio's cold, and because like they got a live studio audience, so they can't be having the audience like super hot in there. You know what I mean? Tower tournament art. Tower tournament. You mean the tournament of power? I watched that. That shit was dope. When I started watching the Griff Report, I was in a hole. Watching HA made me stop thinking like a bitch and do shit again. Shout out to Metastep, man. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. We gotta inspire out here, bro. It's more to life than fucking grifting off this politics shit. Hold on. What else y'all saying in here? The culture is way different over there. Don't take it seriously. Keep it pushing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, the politics. I mean, the culture is definitely different in Japan. That's the next trip I want to do. I want to do Japan. Put some socks on. That could help. That could definitely help. The OG Dragon Ball had a tower? Really? I don't think I remember that. In fact, I don't even think I watched more than a handful of original Dragon Ball episodes. I got introduced to Dragon Ball Z right when the Cell Saga came out. This was like 97, 98. So this was Dragon Ball Z GT, actually. That's when I got introduced to it. All my geeky homeboys used to sit in the basement and watch this shit. Used to play video games and whatnot down there. And they was like, yo, you watch anime? I'm like, I ain't know anime was. And they were like, yo, boom, boom, boom. So they got me into the Dragon Ball shit. That shit was fire. Yeah, I gotta do Japan. Anime is being more well received than American cartoons and outperform Hollywood in the box office. Well, actually, boy, Demon Slayer. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, I wanted my kids to understand the culture of training, like doing your push-ups and channeling your chi, right? Like I wanted them to have that because it's one thing you say it, but it's another thing when they say it in the cartoons. So now when I talk to my kids about spirituality, I can relay it back to, remember when, Jaren sat out for like 3 episodes and he was just meditating? Here's what he was doing, and here's how you do that, right? So that's why I love the anime because it teaches that spiritual aspect that you get from Kung Fu and whatnot. South Park. What other questions you got before we start filming in here? Outperformed American comic books? I mean, America's just turning so damn. I don't want to use the word woke. It's turning so gay. You know, it's going to be on Tyrus' YouTube channel and Outkick. It's going to be on Outkick. This is all Tyrus' show. So I think it'll be on YouTube and somewhere else. It's not going to be live. It's going to be pre-recorded. So if you're not on my email list, get on my email list, hotepjesus.com. And when I'll send a blast out once this episode is released. I'll send a blast out. Steve Garvey gonna beat Adam Schiff. What? Demon Slayer. Yeah, my kids watch Demon Slayer. DBZ taught a lot of dudes the gym discipline. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do I think about wrestling as a sport? I wrestled. My uncle, he's a referee. He was a state champ. So I wrestled for a couple of years. Fucking amazing. I was a soccer player, so when I went to wrestling practice, I remember my first wrestling practice. I nearly died. The conditioning in wrestling is different, bro. It's really fucking different. I almost died in that first fucking practice. Loved it though. Loved it. I remember. I'm not a big person, so I remember. You know, before we had phones, the way you entertained yourself as a young boy was you fought, right? Like you play fought. And I just remember choking the shit out of my friends and just being able to manhandle them, even though I was smaller, because of wrestling technique, right? So wrestling has a huge, huge, huge advantage over many other, but you got to mix it in with other arts. Oh, we about to, we about to get it in. We about to get it in.
So I'm never gonna live it down.
Hold on, let me say what's up. Tyrus, say what's up to my YouTube channel.
What up, YouTube channel?
What's up? Thanks for coming in.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
When you're ready to sit down, let me know. I'm Gary, by the way.
Gary.
And when we start, like, I don't know if you ever saw Club Random, but like, it's just like when you sit, we go.
Okay.
So it's not like Tyrus doesn't do like, hi, welcome to my show. This is my guest. It's just kind of we go.
Okay.
So when you sit, like, and you get mic'd up,
Yeah.
assume you're on.
Got you.
All right.
All right, so don't say nothing crazy.
You can say,
No, you
well,
say whatever you
say
want.
it's on tape and we're on and we're streaming. So,
Okay. It's not streaming live, though.
No.
Right.
No, nothing's live.
Right.
So, but I mean, what's crazy to some is common sense to others.
Correct.
Bottom line is you can say whatever you want.
All right, got you. Say less. Hey, y'all, I'm about to head out. We about to get started. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm going to see y'all later. Hotep and Bill.